What if everything you've been told about rejection is backwards? What if that soul-crushing moment when they looked through you like a stranger wasn't abandonment at all, but the universe's most brutal, beautiful gift? Let's pull back the veil on this sacred paradox. That icy silence you've been interpreting as indifference. It's actually soul language, a cosmic semaphore signaling something far more profound than your aching heart can yet comprehend. We've been conditioned to believe denial means not enough, when in truth, it's often the clearest, this matters too much our souls will ever receive. The runner isn't rejecting you. They're wrestling with the terrifying expansion you represent. You're not being left behind. You're being entrusted with the most sacred mission of all, holding the frequency of union while they complete their soul's scavenger hunt through past lives and parallel dimensions. Every tear you cry becomes cosmic currency funding their journey home. That text they never sent, the birthday they forgot, these aren't slights. They're spiritual pressure points designed to activate your latent sovereignty. The universe isn't cruel, it's ruthlessly efficient, using every interaction, even absence, to sand away the illusions separating you from your divine wholeness. So tonight, when you reach for your phone to reread old messages, pause. Place your palm over your sternum instead. Feel that? That's not just a heartbeat. It's the drum of creation keeping time with the reunion already written in stardust. The denial you've been decoding isn't a full stop. It's the pregnant pause before the chorus swells. You're sitting across from them in that dimly lit cafe, the one where the espresso machine screams louder than your unspoken truths, and they say it, "I don't feel that way about you." And the air doesn't just leave your lungs, it evacuates the entire building. But darling, what if I told you this excruciating moment isn't about you at all? That their denial might be an ancient script playing out through them, a cosmic drama written before either of you took breath. Think of Jung's shadow archetypes, those subconscious characters we all carry. The runner isn't just scared, they've slipped into the role of the refuser, not of you, but of the terrifying wholeness you represent. It's like they're stuck in a spiritual improv class, shouting denial, while their soul waves frantically from the wings with a "love me" sign. That's why their denial feels apocalyptic. You're not just losing a lover, you're confronting humanity's broken love story. No wonder you want to hide under the duvet with a family-sized chocolate bar. Here's the secret spice. Their refusal is meant to activate your sovereignty. Every "I don't love you" is really a cosmic nudge. Darling heart, stop waiting for permission to bloom. The moment you stop begging their archetype to change, the script flips. Suddenly they sense the vacancy where your desperation lived. They dream of you. They randomly revisit old photos. Why? You stopped feeding the shadow with your longing. The role they played loses its power. Denial is just love's lightning rod, redirecting you home to your own voltage. So tomorrow when you check your phone, again, remember, this isn't a tragedy, it's sacred theater, and intermission doesn't last forever. The curtain's rising soon on a reunion you can't yet imagine, one where both of you finally drop the roles and meet soul naked in the spotlight. Stay close, brave heart. The best scene hasn't even been written yet. You know that moment when they look you dead in the eye and swear they feel nothing, when their voice stays flat as pavement while your heart shatters like dropped crystal. Honey, let's pull up a chair and talk truth. That denial isn't dishonesty, it's dissociation, a spiritual fugue state where their ego hits the emergency eject button before their soul can catch fire. Picture a glacier calving into the sea. One massive chunk, the part that knows it loves you, shears off and sinks into icy depths. What's left on the surface? A hollowed-out shell chanting, "I'm fine. This is fine." The fact is, twin flame connections don't just threaten the runner's comfort zone, they detonate their entire identity architecture. Neuroscience shows us that when core beliefs implode, maybe I'm not who I thought I was, the brain can literally partition awareness. It's not lying, it's survival autopilot. That blank stare they give you, it's not indifference, it's spiritual vertigo. You're not just a lover, you're a walking, talking existential crisis. To admit feeling for you would force them to question their career. Did I choose security over passion? Their past relationships, was I sleepwalking? Their fundamental reality, are souls real? Am I not in control? No wonder they bolt. You're not asking for a date. You're demanding they rewrite their entire origin story. But here's the sacred twist. This fragmentation serves both of you. Your runner isn't losing themselves. They're being disassembled for upgrades. Like a phone backing up data before an OS overhaul, their psyche temporarily shelves inconvenient truths, read you, so their foundation won't collapse mid-renovation. Meanwhile, your agony becomes sacred labor. Every tear waters their dormant self-awareness. Every prayer becomes a lifeline thrown into their subconscious. Your unwavering love, that's the defibrillator for their soul. So how do you love someone who's psychologically ghosting you? Stop talking to the hologram. That vacant-eyed version texting, "Who is this?" At 3 a.m., that's not your twin. That's their ego's screensaver. The real them is underwater, fighting to surface. Instead, speak soul to soul. Whisper to their essence when you meditate, "I see your courage. Keep coming home." Light a candle for their exiled feelings. May what you've buried return at the perfect hour. Trust the intelligence of their retreat. Would you rip open a cocoon? Let metamorphosis work. The stunning paradox? The more they deny you, the more they confirm the connection. Think about it. We don't build psychological fortresses against nothing. We don't dissociate from Maya. That overreaction? That's your soul's resonance threatening their house of cards. Their resistance is the proof you crave. The deepest denials are love letters written in invisible ink. Wait for the candle's heat. So when they say, "I feel nothing," hear the subtext, "I feel everything and it's dismantling my universe." Send help, send light, send patience while I relearn how to breathe. Don't abandon your post. You're not just waiting, you're keeping vigil over a rebirth. You're staring at their last text. "We're just friends, okay?" And it feels like a door slamming in the face of God. But darling, what if that slamming door isn't rejection, but a starship airlock sealing shut as they embark on a soul heist across dimensions? What if their denial isn't about you at all, but about reclaiming stolen fragments of their own divinity? Let's pull back the cosmic curtain. Picture this. Your twin flame isn't lying. when they say they feel nothing. They're not even fully here. A part of their consciousness is time traveling, rescuing orphaned soul fragments trapped in past lives where they abandoned their creativity, ancestral timelines where joy was forbidden, parallel realities where they traded magic for safety. Their "I don't love you" isn't a sentence, it's a distress signal from a multidimensional rescue operation. Your loneliness? It's the gravitational pull of their soul's absence. Like standing on a dock watching someone dive for pearls. You only see the surface stillness, not the desperate treasure hunt below. Every tear you cry becomes energetic ballast, keeping them anchored to this timeline, soul glue mending the fragments they recover, a homing beacon whispering return to her, she holds the light. You're not being left behind, you're the lighthouse. Before birth, your souls agreed. When the hour comes, one will hold space while the other goes spelunking through wounded dimensions. Their denial is the signal flare that the mission is active. This isn't punishment, it's privilege. You were chosen as the keeper of their earthly anchor, midwife of their reborn wholeness, witness to their resurrection. So when they ghost you, they're not ignoring you, they're trusting you that much. Stop texting their empty shell. Start supporting their cosmic heist. Send light, not demands. Visualize them gathering glowing shards in dark caves. Beam love like a headlamp. Bless the void. Speak aloud. What you reclaim in silence, I honor in devotion. Reclaim your fragments. While they're away, dive for your lost treasures. That childhood creativity, that pre-burnout passion. When they return from the soul heist, they won't just love you. They'll love through the reclaimed artist, healer, dreamer they rescued because you held the space. The deepest denials are soul retrieval receipts, proof they're investing in a wholeness only your love could finance. So tonight, when you ache for them, whisper, steal back what the universe owes you, beloved thief. I'll be here, counting constellations till you return richer. Stand proud, cosmic accomplice. You're not waiting, you're co-conspiring with destiny. This perspective flips abandonment into sacred stewardship. That void you feel? It's not emptiness, it's sacred workspace. Like the silence between orchestra movements, it's pregnant with becoming. Their denial isn't the end. It's the sound of soul archaeology in progress. And you're not just loved, you're essential to the operation. Now that's a love story worth holding space for. You're clutching your phone at midnight, rereading that message. I don't feel what you feel. And it lands like a stone in your stomach. But darling, let me ask you this. What if that crushing denial isn't about them at all? What if it's your own soul holding up a funhouse mirror, shouting, look where you've abandoned yourself, that wall they've built? You supplied the bricks, that emotional retreat. You drew the map. Twin flames don't trigger our wounds. They materialize them. When they say, I can't love you, they're speaking with your voice. The one that whispers, I'm too much. Joy is dangerous. Passion will destroy me. Think of it as cosmic ventriloquism. Their coldness mirrors where you freeze your own desires. Their hesitation reflects your paused dreams. That infamous runner's guilt, it's your disowned shame wearing their skin. Your nervous system screams betrayal. Because you're facing the ultimate spiritual paradox. The love you crave is blocked by the love you withhold from yourself. Neurologically speaking, rejection lights up the same brain pathways as physical pain. But twin flame denial, it's a supercharged agony because it reflects your deepest self-betrayals. It activates ancestral abandonment memories. It threatens the ego's entire I'm lovable facade. No wonder you want to burn sage and their belongings simultaneously. Here's where it gets wild. Their denial is the universe's extreme sport for your awakening. Every time they say no, they're holding space for your yes, to parts of yourself you've locked in the basement, the artist you grew out of, the rebel you silenced for approval, the wild lover you buried under practicality. Here is the great irony that changes everything. The moment you start romancing your own soul, the mirror clears. Suddenly, they sense the shift. Your energy no longer begs for validation, but radiates sovereignty. That's when runners often dream of you baking them cake accidentally, like years-old posts. Develop sudden interest in your hobbies. Why? You stopped leaking power, and their reflection has nothing to distort anymore. Their no was never a rejection. It was your soul's homing beacon disguised as heartbreak. So tonight, when the ache feels unbearable, whisper, "Show me where I've left myself, beloved mirror. I'm ready to gather all my scattered gold." Don't run from this reflection, brave heart. What you'll find in its depths is the love story that outshines all others, the one where you finally come home. This mirror doesn't just transform twin flame dynamics, it rewires your entire relationship with reality. That promotion you didn't pursue, the friendship you tolerated, they're all reflections of the same self-abandonment. Heal this core fracture and watch entire dimensions of your life snap into alignment. The runner's greatest gift wasn't their presence. It was the precision-cut key they handed you to unlock your own wholeness. Now that's alchemy worth mastering. You've reached the final page of this cosmic mystery novel, Dear Heart. But here's the plot twist no one saw coming. The treasure was never hidden in their yes. It was buried in the fertile darkness of their no, waiting for you to plant your own wholeness where their absence left room for roots. Consider this. Every cathedral needs vaulted emptiness to create its echo. Every symphony requires rests between notes. Your twin flame's denial wasn't the end of your love story. It was the architectural blueprint for a more expansive union than your psyche could previously comprehend. Those nights you spent aching, they were soul-level excavations, digging past the shallow graves of conditional love to uncover something far more precious. Your irreducible worth that exists independent of any reflection. Your lungs burn not from lack of oxygen, but from the shock of remembering how to breathe a new atmosphere. Twin flame separation is spiritual decompression, the necessary adjustment between the shallow waters of ordinary romance and the crushing, glorious depths of divine love. That pressure in your chest? It's not heartbreak, it's heart expansion at tectonic scale. Every unanswered text became a rest note in your soul's magnum opus. Every tear irrigated the roots of your spiritual mastery. Without realizing it, you've been conducting an orchestra of reclaimed personal power, choreographing a ballet of boundaries and surrender, painting a fresco of self-love across the ceiling of your consciousness. And now, just when you've grown comfortable in this cathedral of solitude, life will whisper, turn around. This journey was never about convincing someone to see your worth. It was about becoming someone who needs no witness. When you stop polishing the mirror of their attention and instead become the light source itself, that's when the universe slides a velvet box across the cosmic table. Inside, not the reunion you fantasized about, but the one your soul actually requires, whether that includes them or something even more breathtaking. The most potent magic isn't getting what you wanted. It's being rewired to recognize what you truly needed was growing in the soil of all those no's. So tonight, when the silence feels heavy, place your hand over your heart and feel it, that steady, stubborn pulse that never stopped keeping time to the rhythm of your becoming. You are the song. You are the sanctuary. You always were. This isn't an ending. It's the first page of a love letter your future self is already writing back to you. The kind where ink becomes starlight and every word tastes like homecoming. Where you finally understand why every twist in the plot was necessary. Where you kneel in gratitude for all the doors that stayed closed, so you discover the secret passageway to your own divine embrace.